Hey, I'm Neil, which you probably guessed that because that's my name. Neil, that's my name. So this will hopefully be the first, well, this is the first of what I'm hoping to be a few, if not a lot, of video content, which is basically going to be me just randomly recording myself. Currently, as you can tell, this one is being done while I'm stuck in traffic on the way home from work. Thankfully, I'm on my way home. I now get to go and see my beautiful wife and kids after a long day. It's 5:15 and it's 11th of June. So, yeah, like I said, I'm hoping to do a few more of these. It's something that I've been wanting to do for a while. Reason for that? Basically, I occasionally write for Panel Patter. Wonderful website, Eisner nominated website, but I struggle writing. Personally, I find it very stressful. I find it very hard to get out to basically say what I mean. It's just the way I am. I struggle writing, so you'll probably tell from the way I sometimes talk in these videos that I may find it difficult to even talk about what I'm talking about. So yeah, this is basically going to be me randomly at just times of the day when I just want to get something off my chest, or just talk about stuff, possibly review something. Things like, say, movies I've watched, comics that I've read, as I'm passionate about comics, maybe books, maybe TV, but I very rarely watch TV nowadays. Spend all my time reading the wonders of comics. So yeah, this hopefully will become something. I apologise for any noise. My car needs repairs, and it is also currently pouring down, as in raining a lot. I am in England, so you know what you expect. So yeah, so this being the first one, I thought I'd talk about something that I've seen in the past few weeks, something that I was incredibly looking forward to, something that I thoroughly enjoyed, and something that was panned by critics. So I will be talking Godzilla King of the Monsters. Before I start, obviously as you can tell, I've now started moving, so most of my time will be looking straight forward and paying attention to the road. So, Godzilla King of the Monsters. So, I went on opening night. In the UK, we got it before everyone else, I think. And yeah, to say, well, let's go back to start. I've always been a fan of the Godzilla franchise, not just the legendary Monsterverse, as it's now become to be known. But of the Toho movies, from 54 all the way on to Godzilla Final Wars, I've been a fan. I'm not hardcore, I don't literally know everything historically referencing parts from movies, but yeah, I love the films, they're great. They're fun, they're entertaining, and it's something I just enjoy. There's been some amazing Godzilla movies in that early franchise. There's been some bloody awful ones. That was my windscreen wipers. And there's some fun ones, and there's been some, you know, just generally it's just been fun to watch. So with King of the Monsters, I was really looking forward to seeing what Michael Dougherty could do to follow on from what I believe, personally I believe, was a very good movie by Gareth Edwards, which was the 2014 Godzilla movie out on Legendary Studios, whatever you want to call it. So, heading to this, I did have concerns due to the amount of content that was released by Legendary. When the first trailer landed, it was beautiful. It was something that I was literally blown away by. To see Mothra, Rodan, Ghidorah, Monster Zero, whatever you want to call him, to see them in that trailer was just epic. It was just something that I was like, finally, we're going to get to see some amazingly detailed CGI versions of the additional kaiju, or titans as they are known in the Monsterverse. So yeah, I was worried. There was literally one trailer dropped and then probably 3 more dropped, if not 4. Then there was TV spots, then there was images posted online. It just became a bit much, and then there was the whole worry that we'd seen too much. So yeah, I went in with a bit of a worry in my mind. Movie started, and instantly I also once again had some concerns. So the opening scene is, I believe it is the opening scene, or the opening first couple of scenes, sets it off as if we are in modern day, so 2019. They talk about the disaster, what they call a disaster in San Francisco in 2014. So you're getting news broadcasts, you're getting news footage. If I'm honest, the reason I was worried is because the dialogue and no disrespect to the person who was there, but the actor, it just seemed awful. It just did not seem good at all. I'm not picky. I'll watch anything. I don't care. You know, and I'm not an actor. I don't know how to act, but it just seemed really bad, really bad. That passed. I settled in. I'd come to see Godzilla. I'd come to see Mothra, Rodan, Ghidorah. That's what I come to see. I wanted to see this on the big screen. That being said, yeah, the dialogue in this movie isn't good. It just seems very hammy. If that's the word if that's the word that I should use. Corny is probably another way of using it. One character in there is basically just there to gift out one-liners all the way through the film. God, doesn't he look like? At first I was like, am I watching Martin Scorsese? But God, this guy looks like Martin Scorsese. But yeah, he was just there to drop witty one-liners, and it was just like, yeah, why? Just no, it doesn't make sense. Yeah, so that was probably my main issue with the movie. I can't really think of anything else except, oh yeah, so one big point for me with these movies is, and especially this one, is that there was no, well, not no, there was a real, how can I word it? It seemed very like the way Michael Bay films his action set pieces, action sequences with Transformers. So, you know, all this, you can't see, it's literally, why are you so close up? And there was a lot of that going on. There was one scene alone when Ghidorah and Godzilla are going at it in Boston, is it? I think. Anyway, some city, and you couldn't really tell what was going on. I know Ghidorah has 4 heads. I know he's going to wrap himself around Godzilla, but pan out a bit, boys. Come on. I want to be able to see what's going off there. A bit too close on that. The other one, which is my main annoyance with these movies, is why, for the love of God, does everything have to be shot at night? Why, when there is this epic, bloody battle, is everything at night? Yes, it may have had some form of mood, it may have had some form of, I don't know, tension or something, but it doesn't work. It's horrible. You can't see. It's like, I want to see them properly. Fight them in the fucking daylight, for God's sake. Show them battling in the day. When you do see them from a distance, they look great, they look awesome, but when they're fighting, you can't see it. It's so difficult to pinpoint what you're staring at. You know, they're constantly fighting at night, when it's raining. Yes, Ghidorah may go around in a great big bloody storm, so you get, you know, wind, rain, darkness. It's like, but come on, please, look at it now. It's daylight. My camera seems to be alright, and it's on my phone. Just show us something where they're all fighting in the day. They did it in Skull Island. I mean, good God. He was one hairy beast, and that looked beautiful. I'm a hairy beast. So yeah, they were the main annoyances for me. I just wish they could get past this. Plus the wow, fast car. I think my final negative is a sense of scale and destruction. So especially in Gareth Edwards' and the Shin Godzilla movie that came out, so it's 2015 anyway, and Shin Godzilla that came out from Toho, you always had a very big sense of scale on these things. In King of the Monsters it was very, oh yeah, that's alright, that's big. Whereas in Gareth Edwards' 2014 version, nearly every perspective you were looking up at these things, you actually were looking up at them, or seeing, like that first scene when Godzilla, his foot stomps in the airport in the 2014 version. The sense of scale was immense. It was like, oh my god, these things are huge. Look at the size of that thing. You didn't get that in this, which was quite disappointing. There was some shots that were, you know, they were good. They were good, but it was like I didn't get that sort of, whoa, look at the size of that. And the destruction as well. The destruction was like, you want to see buildings getting literally destroyed. There was one or two scenes where you saw that, but I think if I have got it right, it is Boston, which I know I mentioned before. You don't really see the destruction. You get there and the city's laid waste. It's been done, it's been dusted. You don't get to see that, which is very disappointing, because that's one thing that I do really appreciate in Godzilla movies, is when you see Godzilla trampling in buildings, over buildings, on buildings, through buildings. You get to see that, and in miniaturization, when you're doing it in miniatures, it always looks wonderful, but you didn't get that. Anyway, let's enough of the negatives, because there was quite a few there, and that was like 10 minutes of that sort of chatting away. So, what did I like? Godzilla. He looked wonderful. He looked absolutely fantastic. From the first time you saw him in this movie to the last, he was a presence on screen. Yep, not the full like, oh my god, but he was a presence on screen. Ghidorah, I couldn't wait to see Ghidorah on screen, especially a CGI version. This was something that I've been wanting to see for a while. We got a very good Ghidorah, very, very good Ghidorah. He looked phenomenal, and the big surprise for me was that he appeared very early. I didn't expect to see him until a lot later in the film. So, yeah, again, they're pushing this for fans. Sorry, I was going to say it later, but this is a fan movie. This is, if you are a fan of the Godzilla franchise, you're going to enjoy this. You get served well, and that's mostly down to sort of nods to previous movies, and what was I going to say? And the kaiju, the Titans. Let's call them Titans, because that's what they call them in this. When they all appear, they are just, oh man, it's just, they're brilliant. They are the stars of the film, and that's what, excuse me, that's what we've all paid our money for. So Ghidorah, yeah, Ghidorah looked wonderful. 3 heads, all looked like they all had a different personality, which was kind of cool. Really enjoyed that. Rodan's emergence from the volcano was just epic. The moment he came out, every angle you got of him coming out of that volcano was stunning. From his head coming out on its own, to the feet lifting off from the volcano, to the fucking lava coming off his wings. That was unbelievable. That was just wonderful to watch. Something that I didn't think they'd get across well, but dear God did they. The scale on Rodan was good. I must admit, that scene when he's coming out of the volcano is just one of the best scenes in that film. Mothra, yeah. I know people will hate me for it, but I'd have liked more from Mothra. She did do what I expected her to do, what I predicted for me, what I predicted she would do, she did do. This sort of interpretation of Mothra is good. I'd have preferred more of the colour scheme that we see from the original, which she does have to a point, but yeah, she is still Queen of the Monsters. I mean, yeah, she gets it. She definitely gets it in this film. She's so literally Sorry about that. But you know, from the larval stage to the Mothra to becoming Mothra, great. The whole sort of symbiosis between her and Godzilla. Yeah, we said spoilers, didn't we? Hope we did. Worked very well. So literally, yeah, all the monsters, which is the Titans, can't say that again, which is what all fans have paid to go and see. We get it. We get exactly that. I've mentioned my disappointments. That's my disappointments. That's what nearly all the critics are banging on about. But I still loved it. I enjoyed it for what it is supposed to be. It's supposed to be a movie about giant monsters kicking the crap out of each other. And that's what it is. That's what it is. It's a fan film. It literally is fan service. And I can't fault that. I didn't pay my money to go and see an Oscar-worthy movie. I'm not a fan of the Oscars, but I didn't pay to go and see something like that. I paid to go and see a big summer blockbuster with giant monsters kicking the crap out of each other, and that's what I got. So yeah, I was happy with that. So that's it. That was nice. 16 minutes of me ranting on about what I thought of Godzilla King of the Monsters. Let me know what you guys thought about it. Like I said, I'm hoping to carry on doing this because I might find it easier than writing. They won't all be when I'm driving because I'll probably get murdered by my wife for doing this. But hands-free, I'm not pressing any buttons or doing anything else. I'm just looking at the Audi A4 in front of me that can't drive. So yeah, if you want to follow me online, my Twitter is around. It's Neil, that's my name. My Instagram is Neil the Geek Father. I am trying to get a site up and running. I'll tell you what it's called. It is there, but there's only one thing on it, and I'm working on it when I can. It's called Geeks and Booze, because I am a geek. I like being a geek. I have geek friends, and I like to drink booze. Yeah, I like to drink booze. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed that. I will hopefully post another one soon. But yeah, they won't, like I said, they won't always be in the car. Hopefully the next one will be when I'm at home, alone, so I'm not annoying anyone. Definitely won't be when I'm on the toilet. Promise you that one. So yeah, been nice speaking, guys. Catch you again soon.